What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. I'm going to try to make this video and get my point across as quickly as possible, but I know there's a lot of things going on in my head when I think about this topic. So, what prompted me to make this video is the fact that my YouTube algorithm, for whatever reason, keeps giving me videos like this, videos of people complaining about the state of video games right now. And it's my fault because I watch the videos, but as I watch the videos, I'm constantly finding myself understanding what they're saying but disagreeing with them. I think video games right now are in a great place. Now listen to me. Everything that people are saying, I get it, I understand it, but I want you to really see things from a different perspective, okay? In no particular order, let me just spit out a few things that we get to experience nowadays, okay? The most popular games and the games that are arguably the funnest and the most addicting games are free to play. Meaning you buy the hardware or you have the PC and you can literally play the game for free. You might have to pay for internet if you are on a console or to pay up to play online. But if you're on PC, you're literally playing it for free. Okay, these are the Apex Legends. These are the Fortnites. These are the Warzone, right? And a plethora of other free games that are out there, right? Okay, that's number one. Number two, this generation, especially when it comes to the consoles, these consoles are the closest they have ever been to being able to actually compare to what a normal person would buy as far as a gaming PC. I'm not talking about those people that are spending money on a 4090 or anything like that, but these consoles can hold their own. You can argue that the only thing that's holding back these consoles are the developers using the full power of these consoles. It's not a situation where the hardware just can't do it. There's times where the console, you would rather play the game on a console rather than playing the game on a low mid PC, right? So I am extremely impressed with what these consoles are doing, both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And that's before we even talk about a game being exclusive or anything like that, right? Because I'm not really big into exclusivity. Just on the fact that you just load up the game runs, the games are faster on the consoles, run fast, like it's just incredible, okay? The technology is just incredible. If you want to play with a controller, these are the best controllers that we've had since ever. There's no controllers that compares to the ones that we have. And if you don't want to play on a controller, you could connect a mouse and keyboard to these consoles and play that way as well. Like what exactly are we complaining about? Now, another thing people used to complain about was that input lag and playing on a monitor and all that other stuff. Playing on a monitor today is still better than playing on a TV, right? However, you can connect these consoles to a monitor as well with a mouse and keyboard and run it like that as well, especially the Xbox Series X. You can do that if you want. But TVs have gotten way better. TVs now have 120 hertz with VRR and all this other stuff and Dolby Vision and HDR. Like the way that we're watching or we're seeing these games is ridiculous. Something else that's happening in this gaming generation: backwards compatibility is still around. It's still a thing, right? What people are complaining are the games that are coming out, that they're coming out broken and all this other stuff. And there is valid point to that. Some people are saying that gaming is boring. This is my advice to you. This is the advice that I take for myself, okay? You can either experiment and try a whole bunch of different games, especially if you have something like Game Pass, a subscription service like Game Pass, or PS Plus, whatever subscription service you decide to have, or even GameFly. And you could go ahead and try a whole bunch of different games and find out what games you like. But if you've been gaming for a while, you probably typically know what type of games you like. Okay, I highly doubt you have played every single game in the genre that you like. If you're a first-person shooter fan, the amount of first-person shooter games that you can play now, today, this generation, from old and new, is just ridiculous. And it would take you a long time to run through them all. And that's not even counting the free-to-play first-person shooter games. I'm talking about actual first-person shooter games. Okay, if you're someone that likes RPGs, my man, go through all the RPG games that are out there. You can play them on your Xbox Series X or on your PlayStation 5 or on your PC as well, right? Like the amount of games that are out there is just ridiculous, okay? If you're into PC gaming or you've never been into PC gaming is the easiest it's ever been. You can log into PC gaming now, get into PC gaming easier than you've ever been able to do before. People keep telling me, because I just jumped into PC gaming, how, Doc, you don't know what it was like when we first started PC gaming. The troubleshooting back then was ridiculous. Troubleshooting right now, to me, seems ridiculous, especially someone coming from console. But people were telling me it's way easier now, way more accessible now. So I mean, what is it that we're complaining about exactly? Microtransactions? If we're complaining about microtransactions, don't buy the microtransactions or don't play the games that have microtransactions. You can actually go and buy games and play games that don't have any of that. I know you haven't gone through all the back catalogs. I know you haven't. It's impossible because the amount of games and how they release this generation and last generation have been ridiculous. You have not finished your back catalog. Something else has been introduced, really popular. These things. Now we have handheld PCs. Handheld PCs. And not only like we've always had handheld PCs, but now like in the mainstream, you can walk into a Best Buy and pick one of these up. The Steam Deck is around as well. You can go and pick something that you can play portably on the go. This is a real thing now. Not only is this a real thing, now we have controllers that connect to your phones. If you grew up around the same time that I did, the closest thing I was going to play on my Sidekick 3, yeah, I had a Sidekick 3. I was one of those cool kids, right? Was what? Snake maybe? Maybe? Right? What were we going to play? Now on your phone, you could go ahead and connect a freaking Razer Kishi to it. You could connect a Backbone to it. You could connect a Turtle Atom to it. That's another controller. You could connect the new Scuff controller as well, the Nomad. You could connect controllers to your actual phone and play that way as well. Or if you don't even want to do that, one of the most popular games out right now is Call of Duty Mobile, which you could play on the touchscreen on your phone. I'm actually recording this video on this phone. So my phone can also be a gaming device. Dog, gaming I get what people are saying, but I think they're exaggerating how horrible gaming is right now. I think right now the amount of options that we have is ridiculous. You could buy games if you want to buy games. You could join a subscription service if you want to join a subscription service. Boy, I would have loved to have been able to join a subscription service when I was younger. I would have loved it. But it's not the situation we were in. I had to wait for games to be 5-10 years old and then go and buy them at the 2 for $20 bin. 2 for $20 bin. Now for $15 a month, I have over 400 games that I could play with Game Pass Ultimate across 6 different devices. Pretty soon I'll be able to play games on my Samsung Watch. This is what gaming is this generation. Cloud gaming is actually becoming a thing. Now, it's not there yet. I still think the best cloud gaming service was Google Stadia, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But gaming is not worse. Like, what? Tell me what is it that you're missing from last generation. Tell me what it is that you're missing from last generation. And the thing is that whatever you're missing from last generation, you can still access it. Now, if you're missing something from the 360 and the PS3 generation, well, if you're an Xbox fan, you can still access most of those 360 titles. If you're a PlayStation fan, yeah, you screw out of luck because PlayStation wasn't able to. I don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to make their PS3 games on the PS5. All that smartness and technology that they got, they can't figure that out. But whatever, it is what it is. There you got something. If you're a PC gamer, I know you're not complaining about this generation because the amount of backlog that you got is ridiculous. You can literally play everything that you didn't get a chance to play. Now, since it's so horrible and boring, go ahead and play it. Games are bigger now than they've ever been. Games are more intensive now than they've ever been. And yes, games are more predatory than they've ever been, meaning trying to take your money and trying to nickel and dime you. But, guys, you could be smart about that. Gals, we could be smart about that. Everything that we have at our disposal gaming-wise, to me, this generation, I'm looking at it, and I can't believe we have access to all of this. I am extremely impressed. You can literally game wherever you want. And last but not least, definitely last but not least, now you can actually say when someone's gaming that they're not wasting their life. Everyone could go ahead and start streaming if they wish, and you never know, you might make it big. You could stream directly from your console. You don't know, you might make it big. You could play games competitively and actually make money that way. You could make commentary. Trust me, gaming is at a completely different place, and you think that you might want to go back to how gaming was before. Controllers are more precise than they've ever been. You think that you want to go back to how it was before. But the thing is, you probably can. See, that's the thing, you probably can. And that's why gaming this generation and today is still great. That's just my take on it. I just keep seeing all this negativity talking about gaming and stuff. And I think that I don't know, man. Just wanted to bring some positivity into gaming right now, because I've been enjoying gaming this generation, even with all the gripes and everything that I talk about. I still think it's a really fun time. Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. There you go. 10 minutes. That's not too bad. We out. Peace.